Sponsored by Ward MD Facial Plastic Surgery and Form Derm Spa. When it comes to plastic surgery and beauty treatments, we want to make sure we are getting the best possible outcome, especially if it's our face. But how do we know if we're getting the highest quality beauty treatments? Dr. Ward is here to help us out. Welcome, Dr. Ward. Great to see you.
Thank you. Glad to be back.
You always give us such great and valuable information, so thank you for being here. Okay, how can a patient know if we're getting the highest quality beauty treatments? That's so important.
It is so important, and it's tough. Like, the consumer is just totally flooded with all sorts of information.
It's kind of everywhere, huh?
Right, and some of that is from, you know, people like me, surgeons, or from med spas, or from even the companies that make these devices are advertising to companies, or to consumers. So it is tough to figure that out. I think it really starts with that relationship that you have with a provider. So, and what I mean is, like, not necessarily your best friend. They'll certainly support your friend in their business, whatever they're doing.
Sure.
But it really comes to, like, you know, what are their credentials? What is their training? Kind of what is their background? And you want to make sure that they're certified and that they are experts in what they're doing, because this is medicine. Like, these treatments, I think sometimes we think because it's cosmetic that it's not medical. Like, in some ways, it's almost like the standard is even higher, because this is optional. It's not like we're doing this because it's a life-saving thing. We're doing it because we want to look better.
Sure. And
heaven forbid, you know, you don't want to go in and have something done to try to replace one problem and only to have it with another problem.
Another problem. That's
right?
So true. Yeah, that's
definitely
very
don't
true.
want that.
Well, and that leads into my next question. How would we know we're getting the best advice?
Yeah. So again, that's a very tough question to answer, because it's all sorts of things you hear. Board certification is so important, I think. I think for any physician, you want to look for board certification. The other thing is like, who is giving this advice? Is it a medical provider? Is it a nurse practitioner? Is it a nurse? Is it an esthetician? You're going to get different advice from different people. You know, the old saying, if you're a hammer, everything looks like a nail.
Yeah.
The same sort of thing. If you only got one tool in your toolbox, you're going to use that tool in that toolbox. And there's some tools that are better suited for other jobs than others. So if I'm an esthetician or if I'm a nurse injector, I might have a different approach than if I'm a plastic surgeon. So for example, as a plastic surgeon, if I see somebody and they've got like a really heavy cheek, really saggy neckline, I'm going to talk to them probably about a facelift or a neck lift, right?
Yeah.
Just makes sense. That's by far the best result. If I'm a nurse who's doing some like threading or something, I might offer some threads, which aren't going to give nearly the same result.
Because those are their tools.
That's the tool that they have, yeah. If you're an esthetician, you might be talking about like a little skin tightening, or you might be talking about medical grade skincare, all of which are valid, and all of which, you know, may be beneficial for you, but are you going to get the best result?
Yeah.
And that's tough to figure out. So for physicians, board certification is important. For everybody else, just make sure they do a lot of it and they get good results.
Well, and at your office, we are going to get good results because you're professionals, you're board certified. Let's talk about the treatments you offer there.
Sure. So we focus on primarily derm procedures in the spas. We've got 3 locations. That's what we do. I'm a facial plastic surgeon. That's all I do is the face. Our real belief is that people get a better result if we focus on a limited number of things that we do. So what we do, we don't do everything, but what we do very well, and the results are outstanding. That's kind of our thing, is we want people to get outstanding results with the service that they deserve and the experience they deserve.
Well, absolutely. Now, if we want to book an appointment, is the best thing to do to maybe make a consultation and come in first?
Right. So before we do any treatment, of course, it's really important to do the consultation. And I think it's important for a lot of people to realize that it's not just like they're going to select us. Like, we really want to select them. And it's not that we want to say no to people. We want to say yes.
Yeah.
But we're not going to do it if you're going to get a good result. And we're not afraid to say no to people if it means they're not going to get the result.
I appreciate that, right?
Right.
You know, that's what we want, is we want the good result, and you guys are honest, and you know, you look at the entire picture, which is amazing. If we want to book right now, Dr. Ward, where can we go?
formdermspa.com or 801-513-FACE.
Perfect. You're awesome. Thanks for being here. Great to see you.
Thank you.